People across the world believe history moves forward slowly, yet some moments flip everything overnight. But the truth behind these shocking reversals will surprise you beyond anything school ever taught you. You will see armies counted out, nations nearly erased, and leaders mocked worldwide. Then watch impossible returns change history forever, and I will reveal 3 moments where logic completely failed expectations. One comeback shocked battlefields, another reshaped global power, and the last rewrote human confidence itself. So stay close, because each story grows wilder, darker, and more unbelievable with every step. Let me show you exactly how this happened, starting with a world drowning in fear, where maps were redrawn daily, and hope looked smaller than ever before, especially for ordinary people watching events unfold. In the early 20th century, the world felt fragile, with empires stretching too far, economies shaking, and technology racing ahead faster than human wisdom could manage or control without painful consequences. News traveled slower than today, yet rumors spread panic fast, and when defeats came they felt final, because there were fewer safety nets, fewer allies, and fewer second chances than modern societies enjoy. People believed once momentum turned, it never came back, especially in war, politics, or survival. But history quietly prepared exceptions that would later stun experts, generals, and everyday citizens alike. Across continents, leaders made bold moves, often reckless, assuming weakness meant collapse. Yet they misunderstood human stubbornness, geography, weather, and time, 4 forces that love humiliating confident predictions. Mini surprise number 1 appears here because several comebacks began not with strength, but with terrible mistakes, internal chaos, and near total loss of control that looked impossible to recover from. Mini surprise number 2 follows, because many reversals happened when resources were lowest, morale was crushed, and enemies felt relaxed, convinced victory was already secured beyond doubt or reversal. Mini surprise number 3 is stranger still, because some victories depended on patience, waiting while losing badly, letting opponents overextend, grow careless, and expose weaknesses hidden beneath early success. Now here's where things get really interesting, because the first major comeback looks simple on the surface, yet becomes jaw-dropping once you see the numbers, timing, and human cost involved. Picture a force losing ground daily, supplies gone, soldiers exhausted, and winter closing in while enemies advanced confidently, believing resistance would soon vanish entirely without further effort or sacrifice. Reports suggest commanders counted remaining days, not weeks, estimating collapse with cold precision, yet within months, the losing side reversed everything, reclaiming land and forcing retreats once deemed unthinkable. The numbers tell the shock clearly, because initial losses reached hundreds of thousands, equipment vanished, and cities fell, yet momentum flipped, casualties shifted, and the attackers suddenly faced disaster instead. Imagine being told your team is down by 20 points with seconds left, then watching impossible plays stack perfectly. That emotional whiplash mirrors how observers felt during this sudden historical reversal. Scenes changed fast, with frozen roads turning into traps, long supply lines breaking, and confidence turning into panic, as strategic mistakes multiplied faster than leaders could correct them or explain away. Civilians watching from afar struggled to believe reports, suspecting exaggeration or propaganda, yet multiple sources confirmed the shift, forcing newspapers worldwide to rewrite headlines and assumptions overnight. But if you think that's crazy, wait until you hear this, because the second comeback hides deeper mechanisms that explain why logic repeatedly fails when humans underestimate systems larger than themselves. This time, the reversal was not only military but psychological, economic, and political, involving alliances, misinformation, and patience, where waiting became a weapon stronger than direct confrontation. Insiders later claimed the leaders publicly projected strength while privately fearing collapse, using time to rebuild quietly, train forces, and study enemy behavior like a chess player watching careless moves. Then versus now contrast matters here because early defeats looked absolute, yet behind scenes, factories adapted, populations reorganized, and strategies shifted from pride to survival-focused efficiency. Local battles masked global consequences because while one front seemed doomed, other regions stabilized, creating breathing room that slowly suffocated aggressive expansion without dramatic single battles. Experts reportedly note this comeback succeeded because opponents believed their own narrative too strongly, ignoring warnings, overstretching logistics, and assuming fear would prevent coordinated resistance indefinitely. This brings us to the most shocking discovery of all, because the final comeback did not rely on armies or weapons, but on belief, timing, and a refusal to accept permanent decline. The climax reveals a society written off economically, politically isolated, and socially fractured. Yet it reinvented itself step by step, turning weakness into advantage while critics laugh confidently. According to sources, outside observers predicted decades of stagnation. But internal reforms, education focus, and long-term planning slowly reversed trends nobody expected to change within a single generation. This comeback reframes everything, because it proves power is not fixed, decline is not permanent, and labels like winner or loser depend heavily on timing and perspective rather than destiny. Systems matter here because individual heroes helped, but institutions, culture, and patience created resilience that outlasted louder, faster, but fragile competitors chasing immediate dominance. So what does all this mean for us today, living in a world obsessed with instant results, viral success, and quick wins that often ignore deeper foundations and long-term consequences? Short-term, these stories warn against celebrating early victories too loudly, because momentum can reverse quickly when conditions shift, resources change, or underestimated opponents adapt intelligently. Long-term, they suggest societies, teams, and individuals can recover from devastating losses by focusing on learning, coordination, and persistence rather than panic, blame, or desperate shortcuts. For everyday viewers, the lesson feels personal because setbacks at work, school, or life often feel final, yet history repeatedly shows recovery happens quietly before it becomes visible. Small reveals matter here, like how patience beats speed sometimes. Humility beats confidence, and preparation beats raw power when conditions become complex and unpredictable. Before we wrap up, there's one final thing you need to know, because every comeback shared one hidden ingredient rarely discussed openly in textbooks or documentaries. That ingredient is time used wisely, not wasted, where leaders accepted short-term pain, protected future capacity, and resisted pressure to look strong before actually becoming strong. This twist ties back to the opening shock, because logic fails when we assume straight lines, ignoring cycles, reversals, and human adaptability under extreme pressure and uncertainty. History's biggest comebacks were not miracles, but layered responses to crisis, built slowly, hidden carefully, and revealed suddenly when conditions aligned just right. If this opened your eyes, remember these stories next time headlines feel final, markets crash, or plans collapse, because endings often disguise beginnings waiting patiently. The biggest takeaway is simple: never underestimate recovery. Never trust early victories, and never assume current trends will last forever without challenge or resistance. Another takeaway matters too, because preparation during loss creates opportunity later, while celebration during success often creates blindness to growing weaknesses. The final takeaway connects you directly, because personal growth follows the same pattern: learning quietly, failing privately, then surprising others when progress finally shows. If you enjoyed this journey, like the video, subscribe for more deep history stories, share with someone who loves comebacks, and comment which reversal surprised you most. For a deeper dive, watch the next video exploring a single comeback in detail, and join the community discussing how history secretly shapes our daily decisions. Like, subscribe, share.